Ygritte is gone from Game of Thrones to, to everyone's chagrin. Who's a big fan? Do you still watch? Do you plan on still watching? What is life like post?
Oh wow! Well, post Game of Thrones, it's created even more of a love for the show. I am absolutely still watching, and very much looking forward to April when season 6 is coming out. And I feel like I'm plugging it now, but yes, no, I'm a huge fan. Of course I am. But it's set the bar in my eyes. I am incredibly biased. But at the same time, I mean, the writing and the cinematography of that show is just on another level, and so you cannot help but be pulled into this fantastical world. I mean, Westeros is a very cool and dangerous place to live.
And how much do you know at this point as to what is going to happen down the line, or are you playing the same kind of guessing game as a lot of the other people, especially as the show starts to divert away from the books?
Well, so I'm with the rest of the world now. I mean, I'm dead. I'm gone. I have no kind of privy to the scripts.
You know everybody that's working on it. They're your friends. Yes. I'm just wondering if maybe you still get some intel.
I mean, I have tried. I tried to get quite a lot of them drunk, so that they could tell me and let me know. But so far, it's it hasn't quite worked out. But no, I'm still waiting with bated breath.
So do you believe that Jon Snow is really dead?
He looked pretty dead.
He did look pretty dead. But there are a lot of theories, right, that Jon Snow might come back as a White Walker, or that maybe when they burn his body, that because he actually is a Targaryen and has Targaryen blood, that he'll come back to life. So there are a lot of theories out there.
There are a lot of theories.
Would you like him to come back? If you could have Game of Thrones continue on your way?
I mean, it's a tricky one, isn't it? Because I think that the beauty of that show is, as an audience member, you're never too sure who is going to die. And so I was, like everyone else, kind of like screaming at my television screen when I thought that, kind of like when the ending of the show happened with season 5. And yeah, I think he's dead. I mean, he's deader than dead.
It's almost annoying, though.
Yes,
I understand that that's part of the beauty of the show, right? And also the torture of being a fan of the show is that you can't ever get too attached to somebody. But there are so few characters who have redeeming qualities left that, it almost is leaving people with no one to root for. I was really rooting for Jon Snow.
Yes, that's very true. But I also, that might be a reflection onto our world. I mean, we do live in a very corrupt world, and I think that, you're right, good has to prevail, and I think that it will, certainly within the world of Game of Thrones. But, I mean, there are going to be pitfalls as well.
All right, tell me a little bit about what it was like filming some of the scenes, too, in what looked like freezing cold weather. And, Kit Harington actually joined us here a couple of months ago, and I was asking him about the giant kind of cloak thing.
Oh, yes.
That he wore.
He's got a big, heavy cloak.
He said he didn't know what it was made of, but that it smelled really bad, and he thought it had never been cleaned. I don't know, what are the wildling costumes? I don't know. What were the scenes like to make?
I was about to say, I don't know who was looking after his costume, but my costume was fake fur, and it smelled pretty good throughout my 3 years. So that's me. And but I think certainly kind of like filming in minus 18 on some Icelandic glaciers was mesmerizing. It was utterly thrilling to be there and to just immerse yourself into north of the wall and really feel like you were on another planet. And that completely fed the majority of our scenes and our lines, and it was a wonderful place to be. I mean, it was such a perk.
Minus 18, though.
Minus 18.
How do you remember your lines? How do you focus?
And the lens was freezing over. I mean, that was another thing, kind of like with the camera equipment. There was paranoia within the crew that we were truly going to be unable to shoot what we needed to for that day, simply because everything was just going to glaze over. But no, we had hot water bottles kind of like somewhere kind of like tucked underneath the kind of my massive fur coat. And so that helped. But no, you just got to keep on trucking.